Hey there, I'm Busara. Today we will go through the lens and into a world so important yet too small to notice. So fire up that brain as we go through the microscope and into the amazing world of the cell. Welcome to the Knowledge Treehouse, and this is the cell. I never thought that the cell is so close to me, let alone a part of me. I always thought of it as some alien being in the middle of some part of the universe. Well, that was until I got to learn it in high school. Well, the cell is the basic unit of all living things. So basically, all living things have them, but not all of them have the same type of cell. But just before we look at the types, there's a theory that applies to all cells, the cell theory. It states that all living things are made up of cells, the cell is the basic unit of life, and that all cells comes from pre-existing cells. If you are a cell, you would either be a prokaryote or a eukaryote. Prokaryotic cells are unicellular and lack membrane-bound organelles, while eukaryotic organisms are multicellular organisms with membrane-bound organelles. An organelle simply means a small organism. Now there's something that both of these cells, whether eukaryotic or prokaryotic, have in similar, although they are so different. So both of them have a membrane, a cytoplasm, ribosomes, and genetic material. Let's look at the organelles inside the cell. First, we start with the most important organelle, the nucleus. The nucleus carries the genetic information of the cell, better known as the DNA. Inside the nucleus, there is a nucleolus that produces ribosomes. The nucleus is surrounded by a membrane, the nuclear membrane, that has pores through which materials like the ribosome can move to the surrounding cytoplasm. The ribosomes are organelles that are responsible for protein production. Now they can be free-floating in the cytoplasm, like in the case of prokaryotes, or attached to the endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum, better known as ER, can either be smooth or rough with ribosomes attached on it. So the rough endoplasmic reticulum, since has ribosomes attached on it, transports proteins. The proteins are transported in sac-like structures known as vesicles, while the smooth endoplasmic reticulum transports lipids. When proteins leave the ER, they are transported to the Golgi apparatus or Golgi body. The Golgi acts like a packaging factory. It packs and transports proteins. You might be wondering where the cell gets the energy to do all these things, right? The mighty mitochondria. Well, it's just the mitochondria. It's the powerhouse of the cell. Its main fuel is glucose in the presence of oxygen to produce energy in form of ATP. This is what fuels the cell. Cells that need more energy, like your muscles, have more mitochondria to produce more energy. The cell is enclosed within a membrane that is double layered. It has a lipid layer sandwiched between two protein layers. It helps in transportation of substances in and out of the cell. Some cells have specialized organelles to help them perform their various functions. A good example will be the leaf cells of green plants. They have cells that are known as chloroplasts that are the sites of photosynthesis, the process by which these plants make their own food. Plant cells also have an extra outer layer, the cell wall. The cell wall acts like an extra armor to give the plant extra protection and also give them structure. So basically, that is the cell. A quick recap of what we have done. We defined the cell, look at the two types of cell, prokaryotes and eukaryotes, look at the cell theory, then went on to look at the various cell organelles. I hope you enjoyed our time here and as well learned something. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and share, then leave your comments at the comment section below. See you in our next episode, and always remember that learning is fun.